Oh, good
Yeah.
gracious.
You starting with Peach?
Yeah, I guess so. Can somebody please hit the Russian anthem music? Because we have got a wall of Soviet steel full cruiser comp coming in from Peach as my computer as I harness the power of 1,000 hamsters to power my computer. Okay, here we go. Looking like 3 Stalingrad, 1 Nevsky, 1 Moskva, 2 Salem battleships. To hell with the destroyers. I guess Peach just said screw it. We don't need no stinking destroyers as they make a well, everyone's going straight forward here, so I'm going to plan on seeing here some heavy cruisers placing themselves in the center to deny the destroyers. And what are we looking at from '07?
Well, '07 with their 574,000 health, looking at their opponents on the other side with 650 or 45,000 health. They brought a Smolensk, 2 Stalingrads, triple Nevsky. That could really be
Very
interesting.
interesting.
A Salem, Montana, and an Ohio. Montana actually not being used by Potato Quality. That's going to William the Dank, who has switched off of his Ohio, while Potato Quality swapped onto an Ohio. Really interested to see how these Nevskys all work out. Smolland heading hard over toward A with looks like a delaying action of a Salem Nevsky over toward C and possibly Potato Quality's Ohio trailing behind. Maybe a heavy A push.
It's certainly looking that way. I think that both teams know that C is essentially going to be, a couple of neighbors staring over their fences, threatening each other as the Salem of Cocknuts. You're welcome. Is looking to take that position. However, the Salem of Drix from Peach, not taking the C point, or maybe he is, but maybe he's taking his sweet time. It looks like he wants to go a little bit more center, maybe to try and catch off a sneaky radar on a Smolin should he try to dive the B cap. So it looks like we're going to have a pair of Salems looking over the fence, shouting at each other at C. Nevsky from each side. But the difference here, and it's only a small difference, as 07's only brought a single destroyer, is that Smoland in A. He will get radared the second he touches that cap. So whether he even bothers or whether he just tries to make essentially torpedo plays is what we're going to see as both '07 and Peach seeming to favor the A cap with the majority of their resources.
That is correct. Peach bringing the triple Stalin as well as the Kremlin as well as the Moskva to try to, I guess, make the Russian wall. Basically, if they can get a situation where they have the bow in all the way across the D line and just don't allow anybody to shoot them from the side, then they bow tank everything, start moving forward, and just mow over whatever's in their way with the gigantic health pool and the consistent damage of those guns. Looks like Reformed Gamer starting to reverse into A. Pretty sure he's just going to eat that radar that you just talked about. God knows there are 4 of them. That'll send him skittering right back out as soon as that gets lit off. But over at C, Cocknuts looking at Drix, having a hangout with some long-range torps from the Nevsky. Okay.
Oh dear.
Nevsky's kind of looking at each other. EK Fuso, MF Jones, not necessarily in a position where they can start shooting. However, EK Fusco actually moving for a position to get some nuts on his chopping block. But MF Jones trying to hold him at bay.
And really, really fortunate for Luna in the Stalingrad over here, being spotted by, I think, '07's Pulleycat, basically broadside to, a lot of AP shells, getting away with just a flesh wound, about 5k being shaved off. Now taking some damage, but shouldn't be too severe at this point, as '07 unloads on Luna Tatakai, as Luna Tatakai trading shots back at '07's Pulleycat. In the form of the Nevsky. Ooh, and Pulleycat taking about an 8-9k chunk there. The Nevsky not being quite as armored as the Stalingrad or Moskva, so we'll see how these Nevskys trade. I'm interested. Nevsky at C of EK Fusco being a little more aggressive, trading with MF Jones's Nevsky. It's just Nevsky versus Nevsky violence over here. Salem versus Salem, Ohio versus Ohio. Very interesting. Reformed Gamer now pushing back in reverse-wise to try and take the A-cap, waiting for that second radar. There it comes. He is going to be basically a Smolensk yo-yo, dipping in and out of A, trying to just keep that pressure up.
So some pretty large moves here. Reform Gamer not getting reset, hanging in A, trying to see if he takes it. again with the juke. Looks like Reformed Gamer able to take A, probably just going to dip right the hell back out. No reason to take extra damage when you've already got the thing you were looking for. Luna Takai still being a focus target, chewing away at Pulley Cat. Nothing really big happening there. The really interesting move, however, Potato Qualities Ohio almost entering Bravo. Did actually take a bit of a whap from the Kremlin of 2Real as he ducked behind cover. But still, if that Ohio had been in a position to start brute forcing B, yes, he would have taken a lot of damage. But I mean, theoretically, he could have just like slapped that Salem.
Speaking of getting slapped, the Moskva of Timmy getting slapped. I don't even know who it was that did it. It might have been the Stalingrad of Business from 07, as I just don't know where those side shots would be coming from otherwise. But taking a big chunk, about 25k, I believe, was what happened. And then a further 7. He is the worse for wear and is retreating to try and lick those wounds. Potato Qualities, Ohio, taking a very powerful position here, basically able to take shots on all of Peach's cruisers that have stacked up here in the DE line, right around 4-5. We'll see whether he gets chunked. Ooh, gosh. Fuchs Yao in the Stalingrad, again getting whacked super hard by Soviet shells from 07.
Yeah, so the Stalin wall, called a wall for a reason. You wall off the entire line, so nobody really has any lines at you. However, we have a Stalin, Kremlin, Moskva all snuggled together for emotional support as they're being shot from multiple angles, and Fuchs Zhao is continuing to get wrecked from side shots from here,
Lord.
there, and everywhere. Trying to hug the island, trying to lower the damage he's taken, but still being lit, still being shot at. We do have Reformed Gamer taking a decently aggressive position as he's still trying to get some spots out, even though he's in radar range. More shells from the Ohio. Potato Quality going downtown. Is this going to be the end of Fuchs Zhao?
Not quite.
No, but it was close. Over on the 10 line, MF Jones forced way back by the aggressive positioning of Drix and the Salem. However, EK Fusco not moving to take position of Cocknut's position as he's reversed, trying to bury himself in that island. Those nuts sliding right back up into that sack, trying to keep themselves warm for the winter.
Good grief. And we have our first blood going down. The Stalingrad of Fuchs Yao being finally focused down by intense fire from multiple 07 ships, including the Ohio of Potato Quality. Big shells coming in from him. However, it does look like on the east side, the Nevsky, like you were saying, of EK Fusco has pushed MF Jones quite a ways away, allowing the Ohio of Yours to Discover to make an aggressive push here. I don't quite know why he stopped. He basically has free reign at this point to move up on the Salem of Cocknuts. He can even use this this island here as cover against the Nevsky of MF Jones. So I'd really like to see. Here he goes. He's making his move. But that's going to be the key play if Peach wants to come back. As 07 right now sitting on 1 cap to 0.
Wow, MF Jones really getting wrecked over there, down to 8,000 as he's still kiting out on the H line and looking to go even further. Yeah, I agree with you. That Ohio from Yours to Discover could just take some damage, swing right around there, and clap that Salem right in the face and start having a bow-on brawl with an Ohio while his Nevsky and Salem came up to ward off MF Jones, who's already dangerously low in health. However, they haven't pulled the trigger on that play as over at A, continuing to have health attrition loss. Timmy being driven back. And, big nasty hit on the Salem. Both Stalins that were over there giving emotional support to the Kremlin have fallen by as 2Real looking to push Bravo and see if he can pinch Potato Quality somehow.
Yep. And as we were talking about that there, another Stalingrad for Peach goes down. Rice Jar getting clapped. Just too much intense fire over here. Coming from 07's now dominant ship numbers on the west side. The question will be, as the Ohio of Yours to Discover comes around on Cocknuts, will these nuts get slapped? As Drix now trying to, as we said before, pinch, trying to reverse to get around so that he can essentially clap Cocknuts when he comes through the zit channel here. I don't know if that's going to happen. I think maybe there's a little miscommunication between the two of them as he's just reversing now, finally to get in position, as Timmy just withering under so much fire from 07. We'll see. Down he goes. 3 ships to 0, 07's lead.
Yeah, so it looks like the support group for the Kremlin, the Stalin, Moskva, one of them got dropped, the next one got dropped, the third one got dropped, and now the Kremlin is unfortunately on his own. He is quite armored and able to shrug off a lot of shells, but rather than focusing on the Kremlin, looks like the guns are being turned toward Kaweo in the Salem. Big heal there, but unfortunately not going to be able to stare down the guns of the Montana. And while the Stalingrad Nevsky may not overpen, it's still a lot of fire. Meanwhile, Reformed Gamer moving up potentially to make a YOLO play on the Kremlin. Big hit on the Salem, though, as the Ohio takes aggressive position. You're to discover down below half health here, still unable to take the Salem down in time.
Yeah, and so I think unfortunately for Peach, there was a miscommunication between Drix in the Salem and Yours to Discover's Ohio, as they were not able to pinch cocknuts the way that they need to. I'm sorry, that's never going to stop being funny. And now Yours to Discover's Ohio going down. He's getting some. Yeah, what do we want to call it? I would say he's getting some. What's that word when you lose, but they give you a prize anyway for playing?
Consolation prize?
Yes! The consolation prize was hoping that he would at least take the Salem down with him, but it doesn't look like it, as the the Salem of Drix now putting shot after shot into the side of Potato Quality's Ohio. Now moving on to Cocknuts. Who's going to come out here? 60 points left on the board for Peach. One more. There it goes. Game 2 and the series going to 07. Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, Peach getting zeroed out there by 07 simply just ran out of points rather than dragging it out to whoever takes the 1,000-point win. But an excellent game. Unfortunately, the Russian wall not able to build itself, not able to become the lawnmower it wanted to be, instead being corralled, chiseled, and much like a wall, it got sledgehammered and broken. So unfortunately, that did not work out for Peach. But the the many-time champions of 07 did actually pull through, which was the expected outcome. But still, that first game, man, that was a crazy game. Excellent job to Peach.
Absolutely. I do think that obviously 07 comes into this with, certainly having the, what do we call it? Having the clout of being